Hey everybody, it's Beth Alcazar, and this time on Pacifiers and Peacemakers, we're going to talk a little bit about how to walk back to your car safely. On the last Pacifiers and Peacemakers, we discussed a little bit about the best parking area and what to do to make sure that you're as safe as you can be using good situational awareness and using the tools or the situations around you to hopefully find the best parking space to keep you safe. Today we're going to talk a little bit about getting back to your car after you've left the building. Of course, the first thing is to make sure that you have scanned the parking lot before you even exit the door. If there's anything suspicious, go back in. The other thing to think about is to stay away from cars. It's actually better to walk around the middle just to make sure that you're not in the way of a car backing up or possibly not aware of somebody hiding behind one of those cars. Other things to consider is walk out with a group if possible. Maybe there's a mom and her kids or a family who are also leaving the building. That's actually safety in numbers if you don't have anybody in your group. So look for that if possible. And of course, as you get nearer to your car, make sure you are looking around to see other people's body language, if there are people nearby. And remember your own body language. Walk with purpose. Walk carefully. Make sure that you are scanning. If you hear any noises, don't be afraid to check around you. You can also use the reflections in the cars, in the car windows, or even in the building's windows to see if there are other people around or behind you. If you feel nervous or uncomfortable, you can always approach your car from the passenger side as well, because that could set somebody off or confuse them where they're not quite sure where you're going. When you get to your car, also double check to see if there's anything unusual under, around, or in your vehicle. The other tips I like to give everyone is to make sure that if you are carrying your keys, and you should have them ready even before you leave the building, these are rental keys, so I don't have my usual keys with me. But I like to use a carabiner, and I like to attach it to my belt loop or belt, or possibly somewhere on my bag so they are ready to go, but I'm still hands-free. That way I can reach the panic alarm if necessary, or I can unlock the door as soon as I get to the car. Other things to consider: if you have a phone in your hand, keep it in your non-dominant hand. That way your shooting hand is always free and ready to get to your firearm if necessary. Of course, when you finally do get to your car and you're ready to enter the vehicle, if you have kids, that could always be a challenge, but use them to your advantage. Use their eyes and ears to help you if they are old enough so that they can watch to see if there are people around you. They can kind of use it as a game. Mom, there's a lady next to us who just parked her car, or somebody is walking toward us. Whatever the case may be, if they're old enough to help you, make sure that they're there listening and watching with you. As you are putting the kids in the car, getting them buckled up, don't forget to continue to scan, continue to look around you to stay safe while you are getting them safely secured in the car. And last, but certainly not least, the most important thing, as soon as you get in the car, kids or not, lock the door. A lot of us sit down and we start to mess with our phones, or we're playing around with our different belongings or purse or whatever the case may be. Don't do that. That offers a chance for someone to open the back door, open any of the doors, and possibly hurt you. Lock that door before you do anything else. And of course, give the parking lot one last scan before you head on your way. Hopefully these tips and tactics can help you not only parking your car like we talked about in the last Pacifiers and Peacemakers, but getting back to your vehicle as safely as possible. That's all we have for you this time. So until next time, stay safe and be well armed.